the early days. You know, it's just different problems.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about starving to death anymore. Now we have to worry about being too fat and eating ourselves to death. It's a different problem.
We just got to put them on carnivore.
That would help.
Yep.
That would help, but then the people that are thinking they should eat bugs and only eat vegetables are freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, because there's this mantra that people chant out that, like, you need to stop eating meat to save the world. Like, that's not going to work, kids.
Right.
That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. You want to say we should get rid of factory farming? Yeah, horrific conditions that animals live under, there's no reason for that. They should be living like regenerative farming. We should figure that out. Animals should live like animals are supposed to live. They shouldn't be stuffed into little cages and, you know, fucking pumped by machines to get their milk out. Like, it would be nice if things were more nature-like. Like, if you get like a good regenerative farm, like White Oaks Pastures or someplace like that, what they do is just recreate nature in a contained environment.
Yeah.
Cattle's roam, chickens roam, you use the manure to fertilize your food. That's how people are supposed to do it.
Yeah. Vertical integration.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an ecosystem that it all, nature knows how to do it. It all works together. And when it does that, it's basically carbon neutral, which is really incredible. But instead of concentrating on the things we're doing wrong, they have like this blanket solution. We eliminate meat and save the planet. Like, you're still not going to save the planet. Like, it's not saving the planet. It's saving the human impact of the planet. And unless China's on board, and unless India's on board, you're not going to put a dent in that.
Right. Going to cause it. I mean, how much of an impact at what cost? You know, like Jordan Peterson talks about are there some other things we could be doing with, like, helping poverty, you know, raising up the impoverished?
That would be much better.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all these resources that are going towards certain things, like, I'm not saying we shouldn't do some of it, but are there some other ways that I kind of threw out the playbook as far as, like, nutrition? Somebody said half the people that die of a heart attack didn't have high cholesterol. I think it was on Huberman that I heard that. And you can fact check me, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Huberman has said that, but, like, 50% of the people that died of a heart attack didn't have high cholesterol. And that, like, high cholesterol, it just made me question everything. I'm not trying to make, like, some scientific claim because I'm a cowboy, but it made me, it's like, maybe meat is less of an enemy than what mainstream is trying to tell everybody. That's the main point.
Meat is eaten by 95% of the people on the planet, and we have since the beginning of time. If meat was killing everybody, they would have killed us off a long time ago. Meat's the most nutrient-dense food you can eat. We just have all these problems in this country in terms of what narratives are being spread and what information is being spread. And one of the big ones that started it off was it the 50s or the 60s with the sugar industry? So the 1950s, the sugar industry paid off these scientists to fake this study, to fake these results, and have it say that saturated fat is the cause of heart disease and not sugar.
Right.
Because there was an obvious increase. So here it is. Documents show that a trade group called Sugar Research Foundation, known today as the Sugar Association, paid 3 Harvard scientists the equivalent of about $50,000 in today's dollars to publish a 1967 review of research on sugar, fat, and heart disease. So it was a complete bullshit heart paper that these guys created that had everyone, including me when I was growing up, and most people that have listened to this that haven't looked into it. We thought that saturated fat was causing heart disease, when really it was sugar.
Right.
The massive overconsumption of sugar that started when people started adding sugar to everything, adding corn syrup to everything. When they subsidized corn, they had all this corn, turned it into corn syrup, started adding a sweetener to everything. And, like, people started getting fat as fuck and having heart attacks. And the sugar industry is like, we got to blame somebody else. Who are we going to blame? Like, let's blame this thing that people have been eating since the beginning of time. Let's blame saturated fat. And let's say, the dietary cholesterol affects your overall health. And, like, God damn, cholesterol is, like, literally what you need to form hormones. Yeah. Cholesterol, it's a building block of your human body. It's like, it's critical.
Yeah.
It's a critical thing. And there's LDL and HDL, and to try to figure out what's what, you need like a Huberman to sit down and break something like that down to you. And then there's also hereditary issues that people have. Some people really should be on a low cholesterol diet, and some people have heart disease they're born with. There's a lot of factors.
Yeah. Yeah, the carbs and the sugar.
That's the big one, man. That's the big one. You can cut that shit out of your life. You'll be better off. You'll be better off. A lot better off. And I don't mean all carbs.
Aren't you on it right now?
Yeah, I'm on the carnivore diet. Yeah. But I did eat a pizza with Elon
minus
Musk.
the pizza.
I couldn't stop. Couldn't stop. Thank God Jamie took it away.
And then you got mad at him for taking it away.
I know. It's like fucking, I was like Gollum in the Ring.
My precious. My precious. My precious. How many of those slices did you smoke down?
At least 5 or 6, right?
There's only 2 left.
So he only had like 1 or 2. I ate most of the pie.
That's why he took it. He wanted a piece.
He didn't want a piece. He did not. He was not interested in fish. Jamie is an anti-fish man.
That's right. You said that.
You know, people are pulling all the fish out of the ocean. Jamie is not responsible for any of that. He lives guilt-free about the fish genocide.
Nothing to do with that.
If I had a piece of pizza, it would wreck me right now.